7:30 Sunday morning. Just got to LAX. How did we get here? In 2021, I had a dream of restoring one of my personal favorites, a 1971 Dodge Charger, and I thought this is going to be it. So I found one in Orange County, California. And I had it towed home after doing an initial inspection. Once I got it home, I started to look at it a little bit deeper. I noticed that it had a lot of Bondo and primer. There was some rust on the floors. And, as I'm going through it, I'm finding a little bit more rust in the corners and a lot more rust in the trunk and on the sidewalls. I thought, okay, this might be a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. It's worth giving it a shot. So that's the original color on the inside door panels. The dashboard was trashed. The rear end was still attached. It wasn't in bad shape. At least the chrome looked okay. And overall, I figured, okay, at worst case, I can disassemble it. I can start making some adjustments, fixes, changes to it, and get as far as I can with it. And luckily for me, I did have my trusty assistant. Together we were going to work on this car, but as soon as he got under the car, he realized it was more than he could do, and sure enough, workers' comp. He claimed injury, said he didn't want to work anymore, and I had no choice but to look at this ordeal one more time and see if this was even something I understood to do, or if I had just bought a giant chunk of scrap metal. I didn't want to quit. I still had a dream of owning this car and driving this car and having a car in decent shape that I'd be proud of. So I figured, okay, if I'm not capable of doing it, at least I can find someone that can help me with this situation that I kind of got myself into. So that was the plan at that point. A lot of the previous damage looks like it was kind of done not so nicely. There was rust even around the windowsills, and I thought, okay, I need help. So I reached out to a mechanic I knew, and he referred me to this other guy that he said is more of a body man and can do a lot of these repairs, because he was not a body man, he was just a mechanic for engines. And I didn't have an engine, so I figured, okay, we'll start with the body. So September 21, I actually ended up giving the car over to this guy. He came and picked it up, took it back to his shop/house, and he disassembled it and put it on what looks like a rotisserie. I don't know. He sent it out for media blast. They media blasted it down, and once they had done that, he sent over some pictures showing the state of the car after the media blasting was complete. And we started to put together a checklist of what I needed. So he said the quarter panels are gone, and a lot of the quarter panel pieces we would just have to buy new sheet metal for. The gutters, he also said, were beyond saving. The floor, of course, was Swiss cheese and beyond saving. The trunk was pretty much gone, and also the window sills around the windows were not savable. So we put together the shopping list, and I went off to order these parts from Classic Industries and AMD. As I got the list together and started shipping the parts to him, he said he was going to start working on them once he got all the parts he needed to do it in the proper order. And I said, that's fine. We can do it that way, and we'll go from there. At least we know where we stand on the car. So, as you can see, there's a lot of damage to the quarters, which I figured, okay, we're buying new quarters, that should take care of that. we're going to replace the whole quarter panel from front to back. And he also wanted new inner and outer tire wells because he said those were also destroyed. So he started removing the floor and removing the quarter panels, waiting for the new parts to come in. I put in an order for all the parts and from Classic Industries and AMD. And all in all, between the various parts of sheet metal that I ordered, it came out to a total of $4,120, and the engine was $3,500. The following year, in the summer, he started sending me pictures, and some of the pictures looked okay. Some of the pictures were a little bit more suspicious. Like in this example, I wasn't sure why one quarter panel was replaced, but I don't have any pictures of the other side quarter panel being replaced. And the welding was honestly kind of scary. I'm not a welder, but just looking at it, it looked like he was burning through the metal, and it didn't look like it was a very good job. So I didn't hear from him for roughly 6 months. And in January of 23, I reached out to him. And I said, hey, look, I paid you $8,150 so far. I don't feel like we're making much progress. So if I could just have my car picked up. And he said, come pick it up in April. So I called him in April before going out there. And he told me it's too hot. The car will be ready in August. He sent me these pictures. And I noticed that the car had changed colors. And he had painted the chrome bumpers black along with everything else. I'm not trying to make a joke here, but the car is completely black in these pictures. When I said in August, I'm ready to come pick up the car, let me get it, he sent me new pictures, and now the car was gray. And I don't know if he primed it again, but he also spray painted the engine bright orange. I'm sure that $20 bottle of spray paint cost a lot of effort, but he sprayed the whole thing orange. And then he ignored me, and I kept asking for when I could get an invoice of what I owed him so I can go pick up the car. April of this year, he sent me these 3 pictures. This is a full year after I'd asked him to stop working on the car. The windshield has been glued back in, the engine is now installed, and the front bumper that he spray painted black has also been installed. I replied to his text in April and said, waiting for an invoice. He didn't reply back again till September. And he said, did you get my video? I want to know because next month I'm going to put a lien on your car. I didn't understand what was going on and why he was threatening to put a lien on a car when I'd been asking for a year and a half for the car. So I flew out of Dallas at 6 a.m. Sunday morning to LA. 7:30 Sunday morning. Just got to LAX. Gonna start heading over to Lancaster to see what's going on with the car. Let's see if we can get the car back today. So more to come as soon as we get there. Bye. When I got there, he wanted an extra $12,500. He didn't have a business license, so putting on a lien on the car was a lie. And I finally ended up just giving him $4,500 just to be done with the situation. This is the car as it stands right now. It's in primer. I actually had it towed away to a family friend's shop. And he's going to help me finish the car. So I don't know how much of it we're going to have to redo or start over with. I feel like the car's finally in good hands. And after 3.5 painful years, hopefully I will get the car that I've really kind of, dreamed about and was excited about before meeting Sergio and having him take away the joy I had for the car, the excitement I had for the car. But we're past that point. We got the car. We're going to do an overall kind of inspection, see what parts are savable, what parts need to be still fixed or replaced and cleaned up, and take it from there. Now I'm asking you guys to help me pick a color. So the original color for this car was green go. I also like the granite, which is in the far left side of the screen, as well as this blue color. My former assistant won't help, but maybe you can. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you.